WNBA train allegedly involved in an accident as it was transporting players. Please subscribe to this channel so that you will not miss out on any information. Over the past few days, social media timelines have been buzzing with alarming claims that a train allegedly transporting WNBA players was involved in a serious accident. The rumor spread quickly, amplified by blogs, WhatsApp chains, and click-driven platforms that thrive on sensational headlines. At face value, the story seemed shocking enough to command attention: an entire women's professional basketball team caught in a transportation disaster. Yet, as the dust began to settle and journalists sought answers, it became increasingly clear that the story was built on shaky ground with little to no supporting evidence. What is striking about this rumor is the way it spread without any verifiable details. No specific team was mentioned. No location was identified. No date, no time, no images directly tied to such an accident surfaced from reliable sources. For a supposed event of this magnitude, the silence from official channels spoke volumes. In real crises, newsrooms scramble to cover breaking developments, local authorities issue statements, and emergency services provide updates. This was not the case with the so-called WNBA train accident. Instead, the story seemed to exist only within the echo chamber of unverified social media chatter. The implausibility of the claim becomes even more evident when considering how WNBA teams actually travel in the modern era. In 2024, the league made headlines when it announced a massive investment into charter flights for all teams. This initiative, which cost around $25 million per season, was introduced to address long-standing concerns about player safety, travel fatigue, and fairness. Before then, players often flew commercial, leading to grueling schedules and even incidents where they were stranded due to flight cancellations. But with the charter program fully implemented by May 2024, teams no longer rely on traditional public transportation, such as trains, for official travel. The chances of an entire roster being packed into a railway carriage are virtually non-existent today. Despite this, the rumor found fertile ground. Social media thrives on drama, and stories involving athletes in peril always seem to catch fire. Some suggested that the hoax may have been fueled by unrelated transport accidents elsewhere in the world, with misleading captions slapped onto old train crash photos to create the illusion of a WNBA connection. Others speculated that the narrative gained momentum simply because people are used to hearing about travel struggles in professional sports, though usually those involve delayed flights, not derailed trains. The story also reveals something deeper about the modern information ecosystem. In an age where posts travel faster than truth, audiences often find themselves unsure about what is real and what is not. With sports fans deeply invested in their favorite teams, any suggestion that players might be in danger triggers an instant emotional reaction. Unfortunately, this reaction sometimes comes before fact-checking. If the alleged train crash had truly happened, the response would have looked very different. There would have been local news reports pinpointing where and when it occurred. Railway companies would have acknowledged the disruption. Police and fire departments would have issued preliminary briefings. Hospitals would have been asked about casualties. Most importantly, the WNBA itself, along with the specific team in question, would have released statements to reassure fans and provide accurate updates. The absence of any of these typical signals is perhaps the strongest evidence that the rumor has no basis in reality. Even so, the ripple effect of false alarms cannot be dismissed. Families of athletes can be thrown into panic when they see such headlines, scrambling to reach their loved ones. Fans, too, experience unnecessary anxiety, fearing the worst for their sporting heroes. On a broader scale, false reports waste attention and energy that could instead be directed toward covering genuine incidents that need awareness and support. In other words, while no one was harmed by a WNBA train accident, because it never occurred, the spread of misinformation itself carries consequences. The rumor also emerged against a backdrop of heightened focus on athlete travel. The league's introduction of charter flights was one of the most discussed reforms in recent years. It marked a turning point in how women's sports are treated, ensuring that athletes receive the same travel considerations long afforded to their male counterparts in the NBA.